One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, it's been a while since the game was released, and people have fallen out of the game already, but the developers are yet to release one more DLC pack. Now, for people who are already aware of the three characters coming to the DLC pack 3, kudos, but I want to discuss about characters who could have actually made into the game, who actually deserve to be into the game, and maybe we'll get it in a season 2 DLC, who knows. I'm one of those people who do believe that there is going to be a season 2, but be that as may, let's discuss about a few characters that have the potential that should have been in the game right now. Now, let's start the list with the obvious one, which is King, Queen, and Jack, the three commanders of the Beast Pirates. Now, since Wano is one of the major selling points for Pirate Warriors 4, King, Queen, and Jack should have been in the game. They should have been in the base game. King, Queen, and Jack were already revealed, like way before Pirate Warriors 4. They actually got in Dragon Kaido. So they should have been able to get King, Queen, and Jack because King, Queen were revealed just a couple of episodes, chapters after Dragon Kaido, I believe. And Jack was revealed all the way back in Zou. Now Jack is already in the game, but he's not playable, which is also another missed opportunity, which is so sad. The game lacks a lot of playable Zouan characters and giants, especially giants. So Jack will fill both those roles, and it's so sad that Jack is not in the game. Now, the second one. The second set is, of course, we already have DLC 3 coming up, and they're the Samurai pack, which is Oden, Okiku, and Kinemon. Those three characters are great, but the problem is all these three characters are mostly generic swordsmen with some element added to it, like Kinemon has fire. Okiku supposedly could use snow because of her epithet, which is Okiku or Kikunojo of the lingering snow. Oden, of course, he has his own two sword style, Oden style. He's going to be playing more like Zoro, to be honest, even though he's a badass character. Everyone wants that character. I personally want Oden too, but he's going to play very generic, let's be honest. So I was thinking maybe we could add someone else. There are 9 samurai in total. So some of these samurai are very special. For example, Kanjuro. Kanjuro has a very unique devil fruit which could actually work beautifully in the game. He has that ability to draw things, and he can turn make these things come to life. So his ability would be really fun to use in a Musou game. The next is Rhizo. Rhizo has this strange ability to use shadow clones, to use shuriken, and all that ninja stuff. So he would have been a very interesting choice for the game as well. Then we have Ino and Neko. Now Ino and Neko would have been fantastic additions to the game, and honestly they should have been in the game. They were revealed back in Zou, so there's no excuse why they were not even in the base game or even in the story. They skipped Zou obviously, but they should have been in the game. Why? Because Ino and Neko are Sulong. They are minks. They could have had Sulong form. Of course, maybe Sulong was not revealed back then, but even then Ino and Neko are minks. We don't have that many minks. We only have Carrot. So it would have been nice to have a bit of diversity in the form of Ino and Neko. Now moving past that, we also have the sumo style of Ashura Doji. We have the sumo style and the fishman style of what was his name, Kawamatsu, and then we have also Denjiro. Denjiro's design itself is pretty unique and interesting, so I would have loved one of those. Anyway, moving past that, the third set would be what I want is Prime Whitebeard. Now we do already have Whitebeard, so it's not that hard to put in Prime Whitebeard with just a costume change. We have the color scheme for Prime Whitebeard, so it shouldn't be that hard, and I'm hoping that they do make a costume or a new character or something out of Whitebeard. Same with Roger. We also have a proper color scheme and a proper design for Roger right now, thanks to the Oden flashback, and we should be able to expect Roger at some point. Shiki, we want Shiki. A lot of people have been asking for Shiki, and it's been a long time. Shiki is finally canon, actual canon right now. He's already mentioned in the manga a couple of times, so he should be in the game at some point. Rayleigh. Rayleigh is so weird. It's completely weird why Rayleigh is not in the game so far. Some people argue that he doesn't have a moveset in the original, manga, But the same thing applies for Shanks. Shanks doesn't have an original moveset either, so they made up their own moveset with a little bit of, advice from Oda probably, and gave him a whole moveset. So they could do the same thing with Rayleigh. Rayleigh has a little bit more than actually Shanks could do. Rayleigh used the armament haki, Rayleigh used advanced armament haki. So he could have a lot of potential. He has King's haki as well. And he's a swordsman, so how hard is it to give a swordsman, generic swordsman moves mixed with haki and stuff? It's not that hard. I don't know why they didn't go with Rayleigh yet. Moving on, of course, we want some of the movie characters. I believe that in an interview they did say that they will be willing to add movie characters if people wanted. I don't know why they haven't added them yet. I would have loved Bullet, Zephyr, and of course Shiki. These three are very beloved movie characters, and at some point we want them. Bullet, of course, he has a weird devil fruit, so I don't know how he's gonna play. He might turn into a giant probably with his assimilation devil fruit. Zephyr does not have a devil fruit, so he's going to be much more interesting to play. Shiki has his devil fruit, of course, and that would be interesting to play as well. The next set would be the remaining supernova, which is Apu and Bonnie. Apu honestly should have been in the game right now instead of probably Uruj, but I love Uruj. I absolutely love Uruj so much that I would not replace Uruj for anyone. So Apu, yes, at some point he's going to be in the game for sure because he's a supernova. Maybe if not in this Pirate Warriors 4, Pirate Warriors 5, definitely Apu's coming in for sure. So Apu, I like him in the game. Bonnie, of course, has a very interesting devil fruit. And for people who have watched Stampede, there's always been a debate of how Bonnie uses her devil fruit for combat. So if you watched Stampede, you can see actually how she uses her devil fruit for combat. It's a pretty broken devil fruit if she can actually touch you. So she carries eggs in her pockets, and she uses her devil fruit to instantly turn them into birds to distract and do things like that. So things like that would be really OP in the game. It'll be so much fun to use. So I'm up for Bonnie. The most important character that I want to get to in the Supernovas is Hawkins. You might be wondering, Hawkins is already in the game. Yes, Hawkins is in the game, but Hawkins is missing his main thing, the Straw Demon. I really don't understand why they did not add Hawkins as Straw Demon from Wano. That's his signature move right now. It was in Stampede, it's all over in Wano. That's his highlight from the post time skip. So Hawkins missing the Straw Demon is a really big killer for me. So I want Hawkins with Straw Demon at some point. Maybe as a costume, maybe as a new character, I don't care. I'm hoping to get Hawkins with a Straw Demon at some point. The next set would be the Marines, which is Garp, of course. Garp is already in the game, so there's always a chance that a DLC 4 or Season 2 DLC can bring him. Same goes for Sengoku. Sengoku human form and the Buddha form are already in the game, so they're just unused assets. So he could really very well come in the next DLC in the future, probably, who knows. And Suru, I really like to see Suru because she has a very interesting devil fruit. She really hasn't done any fighting in the canon material, but she exists, so she's part of this trio. If Garp and Sengoku is there, I really want Suru as well. Now that said, of course, a lot of people want Kobe, so add Kobe in that mix as well. So it's a wish list, so you can add whoever you want. And the last section that I want is the Blackbeard Pirates. Now, Blackbeard himself is in the game, which I really like. His pre-time skip and post-time skip Yonko outfit are there, which I really appreciate. But Blackbeard is the only Yonko other than, Blackbeard and Kaido are the only Yonko who don't have their commanders. Now, Burgess is in the game, but he's not playable. And honestly, I don't want him to be playable as well because he's boring. He doesn't have any special abilities. He's just brute strength, and even in the manga he's not that interesting. I'd rather prefer Shilu of the Rain. He's a swordsman, of course he's going to be a little bit generic, but we know that he has a clear devil fruit, the ability to turn him invisible, so that's going to be really interesting. Lafitte is a Zoan, so I'd like to see a Zoan devil fruit Lafitte. And Katarina Devon. Katarina Devon has a very interesting mythical Zoan that can allow her to transform into other people. And she's a nine-tailed fox, so how cool can you get? So Katarina Devon, Shilly of the Rain, and Lafitte. I'd like these guys at some point as well, and Blackbeard, upgraded to something else. Now, those are the characters that I want for One Piece. This is a wish list, so I basically threw every character that I could think in there. But these characters deserve to get a spot in the game because they're already revealed and they're already part of the main story. So, for example, King, Queen, and Jack should be getting at some point, introduction into the game, because once Wano is over, I don't think they'll be any more relevant to the story. Their moment to shine ends in Wano. The same thing goes for the samurai. Now, it's possible that none of these samurai are ever going to make it into the games. The only ones are going to be Oden, Okiku, and Kinemon, because Kinemon is important, Okiku is important, Oden is important or something. But the other characters like Whitebeard, Roger, Shiki, Rayleigh, Bullet, Apu, Bonnie, at some point these characters should make it into the game, and I'm hoping that it's probably going to be DLC Season 2, or we'll have to wait for a couple of years till Pirate Warriors 5 releases. Now we can hope, so I'm holding on to hope, and if you have any more additions to this set, please feel free to comment and inform me so I can make a video of it, or we can have a discussion later. But other than that, I don't see any other characters trying to get in, but we can always improvise. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.